I'm Michael Goulian, and I first soloed an airplane before I could drive a car. I've been lucky enough to fly air shows all around North America, and I've raced in the Red Bull Air Race World Championship around the globe. My wife and I also own and operate Mike Goulian Aviation, a Cirrus training center based in Plymouth, Massachusetts, near beautiful Cape Cod. So subscribe to our channel and come along for a journey of passion, dedication, and excellence as I bring you behind the scenes and inside the cockpit of some of the most amazing airplanes and air shows in the world. You can also follow my wife Karin's journey to get her instrument rating in our beautiful Cirrus SR-22. As is typical, getting the airplane ready for the Boston there. It's where her instrument training is coming along really pretty well. Tonight's going to be tough. As you can feel, it's windy outside. We're going to do two things. We're going to introduce her to getting and receiving a clearance and reading it back to air traffic control. I'll act as the controller. It'll be nice and slow for her, but it'll be a pretty complex route. And then we're going to go out and fly the same route that she's given a clearance on, which is just a bunch of Victor Airways. And tonight we're going to do Victor Airways navigated by VOR Radials. And if you're a G1000 aficionado, you know that means the dreaded green needles. So full transparency, I had to do a little practice too to make sure that I remembered how to use green needles, because we're always flying the magenta line these days. So it'll be fun for both Karin and me, a little bit of a learning experience for both, but hopefully there won't be too many of those "why is it doing that" moments in the plane tonight. So let's see how it goes. Clear.
Clear.
Power back.
Power back, power back, power back.
Go. Power. Air conditioning.
It's hot today. Alright, so I'm going to lean until I see a little increase in
A big increase.
the RPM.
Like 40 RPM.
That's at 1060, 1070, 1060,
Keep going.
1070, 1080, 1090.
Feel it get nice and smooth, right?
There we go.
Keep going.
It already
Yeah,
went up a
perfect.
whole bunch.
Okay, that's great.
Okay.
Nice.
Very good, very good, very good. Alright.
So, you're going to ask me for the IFR. You would say Boston approach, Cirrus 199 Mike Golf, on the ground at Plymouth, like the IFR clearance, back to Plymouth.
Boston approach. Boston approach, Cirrus 199 Mike Golf. On the ground at Plymouth would like the IFR clearance. Back to Plymouth.
Back to Plymouth. I'm not going too far, I'm just coming back, which is fine. It's a round robin.
Yep.
And you can do that for practice.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Cirrus 199 Mike Golf, Boston approach. It's a full route clearance. Are you ready to copy?
Boston approach 199 Mike Golf, ready to copy.
Cirrus 199 Mike Golf, you're clear to Plymouth via radar vectors to intercept Victor 151, to intercept Victor 268, to the Birdie intersection. That's spelled Bravo, Uniform, Romeo, Delta, Yankee. To intercept the Providence 072 degree radial. To the Dunk intersection. That's spelled Delta, Uniform, November, Kilo, Kilo. To intercept Victor 141. To Gales intersection. That's spelled Golf, Alpha, India, Lima, Sierra. Direct to the airport. On departure, climb and maintain 2,000. Expect 3,500 feet 10 minutes after departure. The departure frequency is 118.2. Squawk 1200 and hold for release.
Boston approach, 199 Mike Golf, cleared to Plymouth via radar vectors, Victor 151 to intersect Victor 268 to Birdie, intersect Providence 072 radial to Dunk, to intercept the Victor 141 radial to Gales to Plymouth. expect 2,000. No, climb to 2,000, expect 3,510. 118.2, squawk 1200, and we're holding for
Release.
release.
Great. Hey everybody, welcome aboard 199 My Golf again. Another one of Karen's awesome instrument lessons coming up here. Tonight, as we talked about before, we're going to do some sort of intercepting of airways and radials with the green needles, VORs only, not really using the GPS very much at all. But one of the things I wanted to do tonight is work and show you the Cirrus Perspective Plus, or NXI as Garmin would call it, and we're going to use this in the G6 Cirrus. And then I'm going to show you how the flight director works during this flight with Karin operating it, and then we'll integrate the autopilot into it, because I think a lot of people don't really understand the difference between how the flight director works and how the pilot operates the flight director and flies it manually by hand, as to opposed to when the autopilot is actually engaged. So we're going to have some fun with that tonight as well, and we'll use heading mode and navigation mode, and we'll use the green needles, and also we'll do probably a little bit of GPS tracking as well.
Boston approach, Cirrus 199 My Golf. We're holding short of 24 at Plymouth.
And we're ready to go.
And we're ready to go. Okay.
And Cirrus 199 My Golf, Boston approach. You are released for departure. Upon entering controlled airspace, fly a heading of 210 degrees. Climb and maintain 2,000. You're released for departure.
Cirrus 199 My Golf. We will, upon departure, we'll fly a heading of 210 up to 2,000 feet.
And we are released for departure.
We are released for departure. Okay.
My golf, Roger. So now, have a great flight. Thank you. You would switch over to the number 1 radio, which we're now on.
Yep.
Right? So now, they said, fly to a heading of 210. So, folks, we're going to now start using the flight director. So if you see, I can reach down below the throttle, and I hit what's called the toga button, or take off and go around. And if you look, it says TO. We go to, in a Cirrus, a pitch attitude of 7 degrees, wings level, altitude selected of 2,000 feet. Now, a neat thing that you can do with a G6 Perspective Plus airplane is you can hit heading mode, and if you see, now we have heading in white, which means that it's armed. So as we take off, you'll notice after Karin raises the flaps, at 200 feet above ground level, the yaw damper will come on. You see a green YD displayed on the scoreboard, and then through 400 feet AGL, you will see that the heading armed will turn to a green heading, and you will see the command bars here turn and direct Karin to fly to a heading of 210. Okay, we're ready to go.
Heading at 210.
And you're clear on the right.
Plymouth traffic, Cirrus 199 My Golf, taking off runway 24 at Plymouth.
Okay, boost pump, mixture, flaps, lights, and switches. And again, you guys might hear me say that boost pump on mixture rich, flaps set at 50, lights meaning landing lights, and then switches meaning pitot heat or TKS if we would need it. And in a Cirrus, those are the critical items. Boost pump, mixture, flaps, lights, and switches. If you do that, everything else is secondary.
Okay, you ready to go?
Yep.
Okay, go.
And we're rolling.
Flaps are coming up.
Okay.
Ooh-wee.
He's windy.
Yeah. There.
And so now you'll see Going through 200 feet, the yaw damper will come on. And the next thing you will see is at 400 feet AGL, you will see the heading turn from white to green.
Oh, it is bumpy out here, huh?
And it turns to green, and you'll see the flight director will command Karin to turn to a heading at 210.
Yep.
600.
Caps available.
Caps is available. Okay. Now you would call departure, and what would you tell them?
I would say Boston approach, Cirrus 199 Mike Golf, just off of Plymouth at 1,000 feet, climbing to 2,000 feet at 210.
Okay, that sounds perfect. And
Something like
Cirrus 199 Mike Golf, your radar identified. Climb and maintain 3,500 feet and intercept Victor 151.
Up to Cirrus 199 Mike Golf, up to 3,500 feet and intercept Victor 151.
Okay. So now you're seeing your VOR needle is starting to become active, right?
Yep.
And we want to actually intercept that VOR and turn inbound. So press your nav and watch as you press your nav. It already sees it, doesn't it? It turned green and it's starting to turn to intercept you,
Yeah.
which is perfect.
Clear on the right.
You are clear on the right.
Okay.
Nicely done. Now, why don't you flight level change and climb at 120.
Let's say go.
Perfect.
Bring this down a little bit. It's really bright.
Okay.
Okay, it's almost at 35. Wow, 1,000 to go almost.
Okay. There's your .5 for 3.5. Altitude select is armed. I've switched you over to Boston. It's no problem, just so we can hear them.
Okay.
So now, you're going to fly and intercept the VOR. Right.
We're almost there.
Yep. So, again, folks, on a G6 airplane,
Executive 426, contact Providence approach
you can press the heading bug, and you'll see that it will sync with Karin's airplane. So now, once we get to the point where we can intercept, which is about now, see the 046?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So why don't you turn your airplane to turn to 046?
So do I put it back on heading?
Beautiful. Okay, everybody, so if you look at Karin, she just selected heading. She's going to turn to 046 down here.
Am I doing this right?
Yep, beautifully. Remember, you're using the number 2 VOR, which is bearing number 2 right now, aren't you?
Yeah. I feel like I'm doing this wrong.
Nope, you're doing it perfectly right. Hurry up, though, because I'm going to ask you to do something different in a
Turn
minute.
under 2, contact search 120.
Okay. Now, what I want you to do is go up to your number 1 nav and make CIL the active.
Okay.
Nav.
Oh. Oops, I just did that wrong. Yeah.
Okay. Now, go to your course and put in the 04.
Sorry, say that again.
Okay, so you need to put in the 046 radial. So go to course,
Yep.
046. Hurry up. It's gonna lose. You're gonna lose it. Right here, 046. Aha.
We're on it.
You're darn right you are. So now, go back to nav, and we're navigating.
Okay. I
See
need
what
to
we
do
just
that
did?
like 10 times.
Yep, pretty awesome. But what we did is we
Yeah.
found the 046 on the number 2. We used the heading bug to get on get going on the course. Then we switched back to number 1, so we could use it as training, right? So now we are navigating on
The
the
Victor.
the Sandy Point
Yep.
046 degree radial outbound,
Which happens
aren't
to also
we?
be the Victor 26.
which happens to be
268.
Victor 268.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
So now our next point is Birdie.
Right.
And where is Birdie?
Dead ahead.
Yep, I know that, but you're cheating. What I'd like you to tell me is
Oh,
where
okay.
Birdie is here.
Well, from India it was 13 miles.
So,
So
but where's Indy on here? It's not anywhere, is it?
no, it's not.
No, so where is it? No, it's giving you the answer right here. It's how many miles to
Oh,
Birdie?
55 miles.
55 miles. Where do you see the DME?
Yeah,
here.
there's a TFR.
No, we're fine. Where do you see Where do you see the DME for the Sandy Point VOR here?
Here.
Okay, or here, really.
Or here,
We're using
yeah.
this, right?
Yep.
So when that's at 55, we're at Birdie.
We're at Birdie. Okay.
So now what's the next clearance? To intercept the Providence 072 degree radial.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to do the same thing again. Go to your number 2 nav source. You have to hit nav. Go to your nav 2 source. Put in
Let's do
Providence
this again. Sorry.
nav.
Yep.
115.6 is the VOR frequency, isn't
Yep.
it?
Yep.
Okay, and make it your active. Now, look what it's doing. It's going to find nav 2, and it's going to point to the
towards
station, isn't it,
Providence
right?
VOR. Yep.
It's a bearing.
Yes.
Okay. And it just identified Providence because it gave you the identifier. So what is it? It is the 072 degree radial, isn't it?
How do you know that?
Because I gave you the clearance that says the Providence
Oh, it says it right there.
072 degree radial, right?
Okay.
So if you look, what's happening? We're flying. Here's the needle.
Yeah, I
As
see
we
that.
fly towards it, the station's going to go this way, right? And you're going to see the tail come up to 072.
Which it
and
is right now
it's
already.
getting very darn close, isn't
Yeah.
it? 53 miles. We're at 55. We're on the 072 degree radial, aren't we?
So then I go back to heading and I
And then,
go to 072.
so now, really nice. So heading 072. Or about 070, 065, because there's a wind. It's going to push us this way, isn't it? We have to think about the wind. Okay, so now let's be smart about it again. Let's go back to the number 1 VOR, hit nav, go to the number 1, change back to Providence, go to your course, scroll to 072. Perfect. See how that's working?
I go back to nav.
Back to nav. Do you see how you're intercepting all these radials?
I see.
It's hard
a
work,
little
right?
Confusing.
Yep.
Yep. I'll need to do that a few more times.
Absolutely. This
Yep.
is just your introduction.
Yep.
We're going to do it in the simulator, right?
Yes. All right, so now we're going towards Gales.
Yep. And then we'll go back to Plymouth.
And it will do it because the command bars will tell me because we're on nav.
And we've told it to go back to Plymouth. Right? Plymouth traffic, Cirrus 199, my call for about 3 to the south. Gonna enter left traffic runway 24, Plymouth. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Shh, be very quiet.
Very, very quiet.
We're hunting weapons. Okay. Looking good. 120 down 500. Looking good. Ready? Look. There's the airport right there.
Oh.
Plymouth traffic, Cirrus 199 on my call for about a 2 mile final runway 24, Plymouth, full stop. Okay, what should your speed be here?
90.
So let's bring the power back and slow down. Where's the wind from?
I didn't actually hear the ATIS.
Doesn't matter. Tell me from what the airplane's doing, what the wind's from.
Minimums.
Okay, CAPS is unavailable now.
It's almost directly ahead.
It's a little bit of a right crosswind because do you see yourself
Yeah.
drifting slightly to the left of
Yeah.
the center line?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a little bit from the right. So our airplane should be slower than this, right?
Yeah.
500.
Okay, we have 500 feet. Boost pumps on, mixture's rich, flaps are at 50, they're staying at 50, the lights are on, and we are landing. Do you see where your donut is and you see where the AOA is?
Yeah.
It's almost perfect. You're just a hair fast, but it's nice. How's your trim?
I'm slowing down fast though.
Okay, how's your trim? Let go.
Very good.
So trim it. That's why you're gonna make a bad landing.
Okay.
The airplane's not trimmed, how can you make a good landing? Perfect. Well, hold what you have all the way to the runway, right? You got it 15%, you're right on the donut, you're right at top of the yellow on the AOA. Everything looks beautiful. Make sure you can trim the plane. I can feel that it's heavy again.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Now here, start bringing the power back. Power all the way to idle. Now you gotta flare it in here. Flare it right here, Karen. Hold it, relax, 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 relax. Watch this. Oh my God, oh, beautiful, beautiful. Hold it, let the nose come down on its own. Hold it off, hold it off. Hoorah!
Hoorah!
Now that is a landing! So gently on the brakes. Easy brakes. Easy brakes. Right rudder, please. Right rudder, please. Easy brakes. Easy brakes. Easy brakes. So on that landing,
Yeah.
did you see how I asked you to start your level off and your round out, or I should say, on that landing, did you see how I asked you to start your round out and then your level off was much more delayed, and then I just gently had you raise the nose up,
Yeah.
then finally. That's the way it should work every time. But you oftentimes make a very aggressive pitch at the bottom. Did you just notice how that wasn't aggressive at all?
I did, yeah.
So that's the difference. That's how you make those beautiful, smooth transitions to level, and then the airplane can go and then touch down on its own like that. Okay?
All
That
right.
was like a super cool landing.
It was just weird coming into the pattern not being able to see, but I
I
guess
could
that's
see.
what happens.
I could see.
All right, here we go. Nice.
We did it again.
So we had a great flight tonight, and so what was hard about tonight was definitely reading back the clearances and understanding how to do that, which hopefully will come in time. And then we were intercepting radials with 2 different VORs, and I haven't done that in a long time, so that was difficult, and I hope we do that again a few times. And then we practiced a bunch of basic attitude flying, and I think if we do that a little more, I'll understand exactly what I need to do there. And other than that, I haven't killed my instructor yet, so I guess it's a good day.